Next morning, ya guys, welcome back. Alvin Masli di Lost Judgment part ke-8. Dan kita akan meneruskan yang kemarin. Yagami dengan rencananya sudah terplanning memasang beberapa speaker di sekolah, di kelas tepatnya, ada di bawah meja tepatnya lagi. Ya, sebenarnya apa yang Yagami rencanakan adalah untuk memotivasi onlookers atau para teman-teman yang di sekeliling saat terjadinya pembuli untuk speak up, tidak diam saja. Itu sebenarnya yang sudah dijelaskan Yagami ya, jadi saya bukannya spoiling. Ya, kita masih mau tahu planningnya, tapi kemarin itu ada sedikit gangguan karena Yagami disangka pervert dengan kasus kamera yang kemarin ya, yang di part ke-7. Lihat gerakan anak-anak sekolahnya, bener-bener persis. Biarpun ini cuma 3D models ya guys. Oh.
Yo. So, are you gonna come out to lunch with us or what?
Don't you have anything more to say than that, Koda? Get your ass up. Come on. Matsun's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today.
I'll just eat lunch here, okay?
Here they go again.
You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass
kesian
up, you
banget.
little slut. Oh, maybe you've started fucking guys on your lunch break now?
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Enough! Get your ass up!
What's the fucking holdup, Koda? You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So
Kenapa
slow.
mereka sangat
I
hate
can't
dengan
fucking stand you.
anak perempuan ini?
Well, damn. So much for my appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey,
Well,
who
damn.
said that? We're making you sick, huh? You guys talking about us?
You see anyone else being assholes? Of course he's talking about you.
Wow.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old. The fuck?
Ganging up on the same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable that it takes 3 of them to do the job.
Seriously, you guys? You're taking Koda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Koda-san?
Kenapa si victim selalu Koda, Mami Koda selalu dibilang whore?
Isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell? Hey!
She can dish it, but she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
Yes.
You're totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yeah, Koda didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Exactly. So back off Koda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks. Get the hell out
Wow.
Going to lunch.
Bulu kuduk saya sampai merinding guys.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Melihat
Just get
adegan
going, would
ini.
of here. Yeah. Toss them out.
Kamu bisa lihat
What the hell is going on here?
sampai kayak bintu ben pori.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Next morning.
Fuck it.
Next morning.
I've never seen those kids band together like that.
They all knew what was going on in there, though. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happening right in front of you is wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
Yagami-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
It's just psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect. According to the psychologists, When a person witnesses an incident, there's 3 things that run through their mind if other people are in the vicinity. 1. If no one else acts, it must not be urgent. 2. If no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3. If I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action. I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their inability to act. Penguins are the same way. You ever seen a flock of them hesitating to take a leap into the sea? One takes the first plunge and the others all start following after him.
The first penguin, you say? It's a fascinating term for a display of bravery. I've heard it said that overseas in America, the first penguin is a symbol of respect.
So for Yagami-shi, that would mean your voice was the first penguin in that classroom.
Wow.
Can't say for certain this resolved your bullying problem.
Berarti kata-kata Yagami yang pertama, suara Yagami waktu bilang well damn, itu adalah first penguin yang lompat. Gila.
They're gone.
Ini game dalam
You
banget.
should be safe from them for a while.
Ini bahkan rasanya seperti bukan game, guys, buat saya. Buat saya ini seperti medium untuk menyampaikan problematika sosial di sekolah. Kita itu krisis karakter, guys.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be wise for adults to intervene just yet.
I suppose your plan has worked out for the better. But it should be teachers and administrators handling these matters, not detectives.
You know what? I couldn't agree more.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Oh, come on, man. Lighten up a little. You didn't have to rub it in her face.
Kaito selalu ada di pihak ibu guru Sawa.
Bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
Well,
Yagami itu sensi banget ya.
her behalf.
Ya ampun.
That was some magic you worked there. Hard to admit this at my age, but I learned.
Ternyata di balik kekulan Yagami juga sensitif loh.
Good stuff, Yagami-san.
Dia bisa
I knew you would deliver.
ngerasa apa yang orang pikirkan tentang dia. Oh, ada telepon dari Gendelo. Angkat tidak, guys? Nggak mungkin dong ceritanya jalan kalau kita nggak angkat.
Hey, this is Yagami.
This is Shirosaki. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
I have a rather urgent request for you. It concerns a
Oh,
trial.
ini bagian juga penting dan ini mungkin sekitar 7 menit, guys. 7 sampai 10 menit percakapan ini. Tapi ini memang benar-benar penting. Di sini ada celah, ya guys, antara kasus Yagami yang sedang Yagami jalani dan kasus grup yang dihadapi oleh teman-teman law firm-nya ada kaitannya. Jadi, saya berusaha untuk tidak komen dulu.
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago. It was all very sudden.
Huh. I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a Seiryo High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching credential.
Just a sec. How do you know so much about this?
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago. They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
Huh?
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
This is gonna end today?
Thing is, someone else knew Mikoshiba was dead, before the police even confirmed it. a sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court. The day Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No. The victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ehara.
Otherwise, there's no other way he could have known about the body.
Exactly. There's clearly more to Ehara than an officer turned groper. More than likely, he's an accomplice to murder.
Okay. So do we have a motive?
4 years ago, Ehara's only son hung himself in their home. He was a student at Seiryō High at the time. And the way Ehara sees it, his death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate, Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
It's highly likely. As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number 1.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his attorney, I have to admit there's a chance...
Ya, Ehara yang di kasus groping dulunya mantan polisi.
Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand.
Jadi ini benar-benar ironi sekali, guys.
And the murder. Because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
Anak Ehara itu adalah murid ibu guru Sawa yang menjadi case bundir.
Anyone at Seiryō High will talk about Mikoshiba. Right now, we need more information. And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
So, does this mean you're hiring me?
It does. Consider it an official request, if you would.
Okay, I'm on it. No better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
Nice. Yagami menerima kesempatan untuk menjalani 2 kasus sekaligus, tapi sebenarnya momennya ada 3. Kasus bully di sekolah, kasus penemuan badan Hiro Mikoshiba, dan
Ijincho, Yokohama. A harbor town
kasus
where
groping.
Secrets rarely stay uncovered. The deceased was a student teacher who had
Ini kita lihat resume sedikit, guys, untuk memasuki chapter selanjutnya dalam game ini.
A police officer named Ehara was arrested for a different crime, a train groping that shocked the nation. Upon hearing the verdict, Ehara gave the court an ominous revelation that the son he had lost was avenged.
Chapter 2. Vicious Cycle.
Before I go all in, can we go over the defendant's profile? That way I'll have something to work with.
Sure. Akihiro Ehara, age 53, senior officer with Tokyo PD, convicted of sexual battery. He'd been stationed in Shinjuku and lived alone in Tokyo. That is, until his arrest.
Lived alone? Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son Toshiro started at Seiryō High. Toshiro-kun ended up taking his life in his 3rd year. That's 4 years ago, if you're counting.
And the couple never reconciled, huh?
Apparently his wife wanted nothing to do with him from that point on. That's it for personal details.
All right.
As for the charge, Ehara's maintained his innocence. We've had no luck getting him to budge. Mind you, the prosecution has plenty against him. Security camera surveillance, eyewitness footage, even trace evidence gathered on scene.
The same footage the media was plastering on TV?
Yes, although some of it was edited for privacy or length, but it painted a clear enough picture.
Hard to dispute something you can see right in front of you.
True.
And what about when they handed down the verdict? Ehara flew off the handle or something?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Your Honor, in a way, the body belonged.
Ya,
Ehara seemed
sempat
convinced that Mikoshiba
mencurigakan.
had bullied his son, and to get his justice, he even took Seiryō High to court.
Waktu di
However, the
court,
court ruled against him,
Ehara malah
saying there was no
menceritakan
substantial
tentang
evidence of bullying.
kasus yang lain.
I still need to dig into the court record of that case to see if there's anything of value.
Sounds like I'm on deck then. I've got someone involved in the case right in front of me.
Who?
The chairman of Seiryō High himself.
Are you talking about me?
I don't know how you pull these things off, Yagami-san. But let me give you a word of caution.
I'm listening.
Mikoshiba's murder hasn't been made public yet, so please don't go around talking about it, especially at his school. The Kanagawa police will investigate the school soon enough, and if they find out everyone already knows...
They'd show us the door, lock it behind them, then probably charge us with obstruction.
Exactly. Oh, and before I send you Mikoshiba's photo, there's one last thing you should know.
What's that?
Ehara's ruling was the day before yesterday. That means we only have 13 more days to potentially file an appeal. If we don't make our move, Ehara will walk out of court with a sex offense charge and a minor slap on the wrist. And once his case is closed, it would take a miracle to get it reopened, even if there had been a critical oversight.
Right.
I'm sorry to give you a time limit instead of a viable solution.
Don't worry. I'll have to make do. For now, let's just keep in touch.
Thanks.
Ih, seru banget.
Yo, what was that about?
Sorry. Give me one
Oh,
more.
itu Hiro Mikoshiba yang ditemukan badannya oleh petugas pemadam kebakaran.
Actually, Kaito-san, can I fill you in later? I need to get some answers
Ya,
from the
kita
chairman.
akan sedikit ngobrol dengan Pak Chairman sekolah Seiryō High School. Jadi ada indikasi Ehara kasus Group itu
May I help
alibi.
you with something, Yagami-san?
You sure can. Only thing is, where to start?
Apa ada yang sesuatu untuk ditunjukkan, Yagami?
Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right?
Oh,
Hiro
ini dia.
Mikoshiba.
How do you have that photo?
Oh iya, ini termasuk yang jadi kekhawatiran Pak Chairman karena Hiro Mikoshiba ini
I'd like to ask a bit about
hilang,
him in relation
ya.
to a separate investigation.
What is it you need to know? Did something happen to him?
Jadi sejauh ini
I'm afraid I can't give you any details.
di sekolah yang
This request
terhubung
comes from
dengan
very close
sekolah sama sekali tidak ada yang tahu.
I'm sure you understand.
Baru pihak kepolisian dan orang-orang seperti
I know that isn't much
Yagami
consolation.
yang
But
tahu
if it's any
kalau
comfort,
Hiro
I
Mikoshiba
would
itu
never
sudah
disclose anything about your case
tewas.
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was officially reported
Dan
missing.
Yagami juga belum mau menceritakan kalau ini belum
I
jadi
promise,
public
I'll tell you everything I can when I
news.
can. But for now, let me ask the questions.
Very well. Go ahead.
I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba-kun was a graduate here, correct? And that's why he came back to train as a teacher?
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks originally. He'd nearly finished his time with us. But one day he simply stopped coming. It was as if
I
all was
see.
well. Then suddenly, he was gone. Or at least that's how I'd heard it.
Were you two not that close?
No. We'd had barely exchanged a word since he arrived.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun 4 years back? Something about how he drove a student to suicide?
Oh,
What was
Hiromi
dredged up
Koshiba itu
online.
yang pembuli
Yes, I'm aware of
dari
that. However, in the
sampai
subsequent
case
lawsuit, that
anaknya
rumor was
Hara
The
melakukan
court found no
suicide.
evidence of bullying.
But you
Whoops.
had your doubts, didn't you?
Ntar saya
So you
sensor.
called on us to take a deeper look.
Well, yes, but let's not get confused. The tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh on us, but we've washed our hands of the matter.
Well, you say that, yet I can't help circling back to the same question. Why would the head of a school hire detectives to monitor his students in secret? Potentially even out of pocket.
Well, for one thing, it would reflect poorly on our institution were I to openly suspect ourselves.
Jadi Hiromi
Then there's
Koshiba
the
adalah
issue of
guru
bullying
baru
being
yang
reported
diangkat
and shared
dari
online.
murid juga.
You know what kind of firestorm that
Dan
can
ketika
cause. I should mention that I'm
baru-baru
the one who takes the
mengajar,
fall for it.
dia
My
melakukan
own privacy
pembulian
exam.
ke
So of
seorang
course I would opt for
anak
secrecy.
sampai anak
That's
itu
fair. But what that still doesn't
committed
answer is why this is happening now.
bundir.
I'm
Gitu ya
not
teman-teman.
sure I follow.
Saya mulai ngelihat ada terkaitannya satu sama yang lain jadinya. Cuman pasti tidak mudah karena kasus grup ini dijadikan alibi.
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is
footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago. Captured
Okay,
up in Tokyo.
footage
The man was an active duty
yang
police officer, so of course it made the
bukan
rounds of
dari
media.
news.
But you already knew all that.
Ini footage
After
asli.
all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his son endured.
Dan itu perempuan
Bullying
korban
that led to
grup.
suicide.
Nah, saya mencurigakannya waktu pas mukanya Ehara itu benar-benar terlihat
Now
jelas
that he's
gitu
in
loh.
the spotlight, any more problems at Serio would lead people to start connecting the dots. The police would dig up that suicide in no time, regardless of whatever the court had ruled. They might even reach the conclusion
Jadi saat
you covered
Ehara
the whole thing up.
mukanya
I
terlihat
get
di
the feeling
kamera
that's why we're
kayak
really here, to
ada
prevent
faktor
another mess in your
kesengajaan
hands.
Ehara mau mukanya terlihat di kamera gitu
Our job's
guys.
to sniff out any bullying, then you sweep it under the rug.
That's simply not true. At least, that wasn't my intention.
You sure about that? The thought never even crossed your mind?
Perhaps it did. The scenario you described was painfully accurate. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I'd grow sick with worry that it could all boil over on us here at any moment.
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I only want to learn about Mikoshiba-kun.
In that case, you should speak with Sawa-sensei.
Oh,
She was his teaching mentor.
Ibu guru Sawa lagi.
Great. That's my luck.
See? I told you we should have stayed on her good side.
Aduh,
How's I
Mas
supposed to know?
Kaito. Mas Kaito ini naksir berat Ibu Guru Sawa.
No, thanks. I should go see her myself.
Selalu ada di pihak Ibu Guru Sawa. Mas Kaito
In that
ini.
case, you may want to go downstairs and see if she's
Kita
in
manggil
the
Mas
faculty.
Kaito atau Kang
She should
Kaito
still be
ya.
on lunch.
Perfect. I've got another chance to shoot my shot.
Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm fielding this one alone.
Gak diajak.
Can clear out too.
What? You're benching all of us just like that?
I don't understand the meaning of this, Yagami-shi.
If I had time to
Wah, hancur dong perasaan Mas Kaito nih. Maaf ya Mas Kaito. Kita akan ke tempat Ibu Guru Sawa setelah episode ini selesai. Jadi sampai ketemu lagi di part berikutnya. Ini jelas ya guys ya. Jelas sekali kalau sudah terlihat gitu tracknya. Tadinya benar-benar ada 3 momen yang mungkin tidak berhubungan, tapi sekarang jadi mulai terlihat. Cuman ada hal-hal yang harus dihadapi sama Yagami, seperti timeline ketika Ehara melakukan grup itu hampir bersamaan dengan terjadi case Hiromi Koshiba. Jadi masih pasti ada tantangannya dong, nggak segampang nggak segampang teorinya ya. Oke, thank you so much sudah menonton. Silahkan like dan subscribe kalau kamu berkenan. Ya, sampai ketemu lagi di part 9 berarti. See you, thank you.